welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. And of course, Kun Tulip, we're still on good news.
Okay.
Very good for a Tuesday. Now they say that we have been talking about dengue fever and the outbreaks at this point that has been spread quite badly right here in Thailand. Not too bad, but still, considering the fact that at this point we should have some kind of medication to treat it if you catch it early.
Yeah, and the rate of infection this year is far greater than the past many years.
Exactly.
It's already half a year past.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, good news is that Mahidol University has came out yesterday and talked about the scientists, both Thai and Japanese, that work together. Actually, at this point, they have found what they call human monoclonal antibody that will be able to prevent dengue fever.
That sounds very difficult. What is it again?
Human monoclonal antibody.
Okay.
There you go. Now, I will not try to go into too much of the details because it's going to be so hard talking about the whole cloning. They were talking about the cells, hybridro, 136 clones altogether. So as you can see, it is not something that is understandable. Therefore, let's just talk about what we know. There has been a talk of dengue fever. At this point, they say that there's 20 breeds altogether or branches or types of dengue fever, and they say that this particular experiment has been done sadly in animals, of course, in a monkey, because that's the closest to a human. And they say that they have found that once they inject monoclonal antibody into the monkeys and inject it in all these dengue diseases, different types, they found that they were able to stop dengue fever from taking place in the monkey bodies itself. So that's just proof that this is actually working. So they say that they will actually move on and then do a little bit more experiment before they give it to human, obviously. Now they say at this point there has been a research between Research Institute for Microbial Disease of Osaka in Japan with the Mahidol University, of course, right here in Thailand, under the project called the Project for Research and Development of Therapeutic Products Against Infectious Diseases, especially dengue virus infections. So this is a 4 years experimental program, and it has been taking place since 4 years ago, obviously. So they just concluded. And at this point, it seems like this particular events will actually be able to be released into the society and give a little bit more information on this particular research coming on the 10th of this month. So tomorrow we will hear about it a little bit more in details at Westin Grand Sukhumvit Hotel. So, but it's a good, really good news due to the fact that we have been talking so much about the dengue fever, and especially during the rainy season. So it's always nice to hear that there is some kind of cure that will be ready for us and make sure that we're going to be in good place. Now, giving you a little bit more updates on the situation on the whole fire that broke out at the police station in Tulip at Sainoi of Nonthaburi province. And of course, this particular case, a lot of people gave it a lot of attention due to the fact that the severity of the case. 4 inmates who were in the cells at the time were pretty much burnt alive due to the fact that they couldn't open the door in time. Now, there's a lot of people, relatives that were very angry about this whole situation because due to the fact that they don't understand why the police could not help their loved ones. Now, they say that at this point, this particular case, the police believe that there's probably some kind of explosion from the electrical panel that would be located right next to the cell as well as the evidence room. Now they say that at this point the police has been asked to put a little bit more effort into this particular investigation due to the fact that at this point a lot of people in the society would like to hear a little bit more about it because like I said, it's quite tragic of what happened. Now they say that each of the family already has been receiving 50,000 baht per family. However, the police, General Adun Sang Singkao has coming out and said that this is something that they need to look a lot more into, and they will put this as the priority case due to the fact that they want to make sure that this would not happen again, because a lot of people are very concerned that if you have been captured in the police station for questionings or any sort of cases at all, and there's no safety in the police station, then that would create a little bit less confidence for a lot of people to be able to cooperate with the police in terms of trying to get anyone in there.
I think since the first minute we heard about this news, it sounds pretty horrific.
It
still is. It still is pretty horrific. Anyway, moving on to the next news. Yesterday, since it's entering Ramadan month, and they already announced that Ramadan month will start in July 10th.
Right.
And like we all kind of anticipating somewhat increasingly and more frequently violence attack in the southern part of Thailand. Yesterday morning, there was another attack in Pattani province. Just tell you first, good thing there's no one killed there, but 8 people injured. They are the Special Task Force 25th. They have 8 military officers, 6 on foot patrol. They are actually teachers, security guard. What's it called? Teacher guards.
Right. To guard all the teachers around the area when they go to school to teach.
Yeah, they have analysis. They believe that the teachers often get attacked because they are a symbol of Thai authority. That's why these teachers got it's one of the main targets. The teachers, the monks, the schools, military officers are main targets. But a good thing no one killed. Of course, all of them get severely injured, especially this one particular soldiers. But everybody is in pretty, I would say, decent medical condition at the moment. Now they said this luckily the bomb went off a little bit too early, so somewhat they missed the target. That's why no one got killed. But all in all, it's a 30-kilogram gas tank that buried under the road. That's why when the bomb went off, it created like the big sinkhole. Not a sinkhole, the big hole, 3 meters wide and 1 meter deep. So tomorrow is starting of the Ramadan, and I believe the military officer and the patrol unit have to really tighten the security and be even more on the special lookout during the night, because during the night they will start eating and have more energy. That's what they say.
Because you're not supposed to eat until the sunset.
Yes.
After the sunset.
And there will be a lot of activities going on once it's get dark. Hopefully, I don't know, we can only be hopeful, and I think that's the only one thing we can do at the moment.
Right, so let's just hope for a little bit more peaceful situation there. Now, we have another updates on the whole doctorate degrees that you somehow
It's not just a doctor, it's also the bachelor degrees. It's honorable degrees that granted by this one university called World Peace University. Now we heard about a university before that people make some kind of petition. People just ask DSI or the authority to investigate on the status of the university. Of course, it's not certified by the Commission of Higher Education of Thailand. So when it's not certified by that, it certainly that degree is not certified by Thailand. It's not considered a real degree. But the rector of the main campus in Bangkok already come in and submit a document that the university actually registered with the USDLA, which is United States Distance Learning Association. So for them, it's legitimate. So, this is under further investigation, and of course there will be some famous names that surfaced. So they just came in and testifying to the police, and 3 of those are very famous actors. I would say veteran actors.
Yes.
They were very, very big actors in
olden days.
in their days. 3 of them are ยอดชายเมฆสุวรรณ มานพ อัศวเทพ and คันชิต ขวัญประชา and they all said the same thing that the university invite them to receive the degree and didn't ask for any donation. All 3 of them said didn't ask for any donation. One of them received the degree in Chiang Mai campus, and they said they haven't paid a cent. Mr. Manop is from has been contact to receive the degree at the La Prao campus in Bangkok. Currently, the police said that this World Peace University has 15 campus all over Thailand. 15 campus. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And so they have been investigate every campus. Yesterday, the rector of Chiang Mai campus has came in and talked to the investigator to not came in. They has contacted the police and said that tomorrow they will come in tomorrow afternoon and submit all the evidence about the status of the university. One good thing, one thing I like to mention though, one of these actors that received the degree, he said of course he wouldn't return the degree to the university only because for him this is the symbol of recognition of his good deed, because they said they contact him to award him this degree because he is a valuable person for the country, especially in arts area. So for him it's more like emotional valuable recognition.
Right.
So all in all, he wouldn't
Well, the thing
return
is, I
the degree.
think it's probably bad if you try to use it as a degree to get a job.
That's
or
different.
Things like that.
Right.
Right.
That's
So,
different.
You know, this one is. I think it would be fine if they don't call it a PhD.
I think
that's the
it's-
only big thing that's going on here because it was called PhD.
I think it's a different aspect from the people that receive it because they got invitation out of the
Exactly.
recognition of their good deeds, or people that actually contact the university and pay tuition fees
Right.
for the degree.
Right.
The tuition fee is, for me, I think it's quite low that it's amazing.
For PhD.
Anyway, the university come out and said that it was in the news that over 1,000 people received that degree, but it's actually not true. They say it's only a little over 500.
Okay. Well,
I
as
don't
long
know if
as
that-
if they're able to provide all those names and make a use out of it, try to make a case out of it, I'm sure DSI will be okay with it. Just make sure that they will be transparent and clear themselves.
Now there will be some people suspect that whether this university have anything to do with money laundering, that they suspect that involve, scandalous monk that we talked about yesterday.
And we
Whether
will
they
talk
be-
about again.
Okay,
next
whether
break.
it will involve or has part in the money route or,
Exactly.
that kind of.
That's kind
Yes.
of scandalous issue there. So at this point, we're going to go for a short break. But of course, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more on the scandalous
Jet
monk.
set monk.
Exactly.
Many newspaper call.
Jet setter. There you go. And of course, this famous audio clip. So please stay tuned.